Well, you saw it first here on News 13. Major new developments in the murder case against Casey Anthony. We've learned Casey Anthony's defense team wants Judge Stan Strickland to go ahead and remove himself from the case. The reason? Well, the motion says the judge had an inappropriate conversation with a man who blogs about this case. We have team coverage and we'll hear from that blogger in a moment. But first, News 13's Adam Longo has the latest on what this could mean for the case. Adam?
Yeah, Beth, in the motion that was filed this afternoon, Casey Anthony's lawyers say that Casey has a reasonable belief that she won't be able to get a fair trial because, and I'm going to actually quote from the motion here, because of the conduct and apparent prejudice and bias of the judge. This stems from two different conversations that Judge Stan Strickland had with a blogger. One was in person, actually in the courtroom. The other was over the telephone. But both of those conversations, defense lawyers feel, were out of line. Moments before the close of business at the courthouse, Anthony defense attorneys Jose Baez and Cheney Mason personally delivered the news that they want Judge Stan Strickland off the case. In their motion, they write, quote, "The judge has apparently developed a personal relationship with a journalist/blogger who has historically presented numerous stories of severe bias and prejudice against the defendant." The defense highlights headlines of titles on the blog site. Casey Anthony must die. Premeditated and pretty stupid, too. They point out an October court hearing where Judge Strickland told Marinade Dave after court he thought his blog was very fair. Well, Casey's lawyers write, quote, "At the time, the judge essentially validated the journalist's opinions and blogging actions." So what exactly does this mean? Well, if the judge does decide to recuse himself, the defense will have the opportunity to represent and have reheard every single motion that they filed and that has been heard thus far in the case. Now, there's no indication that they mean to do that at this point. That would certainly be time-consuming. As for the process, the judge alone will be able to make the decision on whether or not to recuse himself if he makes the decision that the defense doesn't like. They have